we believe in drugs as a society and culture. And so into that kind of cultural framework, if psychiatry comes along and says that our drugs work and they're backed by huge amounts of money from pharmaceutical companies through funding of the American Psychiatric Association, through funding of the National Alliance for the Mentally Ill, through funding of their thought leaders, and so on, funding of psychiatric departments, and so that they can create the image that they are a legitimate authority who has drugs that are safe, effective, that's going to work culturally. Part of the terrifying thing, or it should be terrifying for our culture and our society, is that increasing numbers of children who are just behaving well within the range of normal child behavior are being pathologized or being medicalized. So there are several examples of this. Most obvious for me, starting in 1980 with these oppositional defiant disorder, ODD. This sounds like you're pathologizing childhood. You're pathologizing rebellion, adolescent resistance, noncompliance. This seems highly problematic. Archives of General Psychiatry, a couple of years back, discovers that there's a 7-fold increase in children under 13 on antipsychotic drugs. Seroquel, Risperdal, Zyprexa, these heavily tranquilizing drugs. And they discover that the majority of these kids, around 63% of these kids who are being put on antipsychotic drugs, are not psychotic, but are diagnoses of these disruptive behavioral disorders like oppositional defiant disorder.
And you know something? The more you talk about your problems, the easier they are to solve. It's bottling things up inside that's bad.
As opposed to what real helpers, a more legitimate mental health profession, would be helping parents to learn how that you do form relationships where you can gain the level of respect in a way that you don't create resentment, and that these are normal phases, especially in adolescence, but also